So today is the 5th of August and it's a Wednesday. It's my day off. It's um 12 past 1 in the afternoon. So I've got just over an hour until my fiance finishes work for the day. And I just wanted to quickly update you on some of my reading and other such things. So today, the new Twilight book has been released, Midnight Sun. I'm actually super excited for that book. I know not everybody likes Twilight, but I do. I loved Twilight. I'm a huge fan. It's such a guilty pleasure of mine. And I cannot wait to get my hands on that book. So it has been released today. I won't be getting it today, but I'm going to try and get it tomorrow before I start work, or maybe after, depending on how busy I am. So I'm going to try and get my hands on that. I'm really excited for that. And I haven't done like a ton of reading, but I have gotten a lot further into the Seven Sins of Snow. So if you haven't watched my previous vlogs, the Seven Sins of Snow is basically a Snow White retelling. And it is a very, very different retelling, let me tell you that now. To be honest with you, when I picked the book, because I am reading from Kindle Unlimited, it was the cover that actually drew me in. I already knew that it was a Snow White retelling, based on the title of the book, but the cover is what drew me in, because I'll put a picture of the cover up here somewhere. So basically it's Snow White covered in blood. So right there, I already knew that like this book was gonna be interesting. Now it is a book that I believe could be triggering for quite a lot of people. So keep that in mind. There is a lot of violence in this book. There is sexual assault in this book. There is like the evil queen. She has basically taken over the kingdom. She's killed Snow's father, and her mother is also dead. And she has basically enslaved most of the people that work in the castle under her magic spells, because when you look her directly in the eyes, you get bewitched by her magic spells. So all of the guards and most of the servants in the castle are under her spell. There are a few that are not, but the ones that are, do sexually assault Snow. They also beat her very, very frequently. She gets beaten constantly to the point of near dying. She gets starved. She is constantly stripped naked. She gets thrown in the dungeon naked in the cold and the wet and with no food for days on end. So she does go through quite a lot of brutality at the beginning of the book, and I'm going to tell you, the brutality is immediate. As soon as you start reading this book, it's like there right from the very beginning. So be warned, if you want to pick this book up, it's not for the faint of heart, let me tell you that. Also, and I'm not going to go into detail with this part because it's kind of disgusting, but I was at work and I was on my lunch break and I was reading this, the book, and I was eating my lunch, and I got to a part in the book where Snow is being punished and she is made to clean the castle from top to bottom. And so she had escaped just prior to this and had been recaptured, but when she escaped, she killed 2 guards. The evil queen had actually left the 2 guards to basically rot in Snow's room for several days, and then she made Snow clean up basically the dead bodies, and the mess of rotting bodies, right? So she does that, and she also has to clean like all of the floors and everything by hand, and so she's scrubbing them. While she's cleaning the floors, one of the guards, who is bewitched under the evil queen's evil magic, basically does something disgusting, and it is a sexual thing that he does. But I think if I was reading the book and I was just reading about the sexual act that he does, wouldn't bother me so much. Like, I could read over it and just forget it, like not like focus on that part of the book. But what got me was the descriptions, and like the describing of what was happening, and it was not something I wanted to be reading while I was eating. And obviously I didn't know that that was coming up in the book, because I was eating my lunch and reading this section at the same time, and it definitely put me off my food after reading the descriptions of what happened. It was so gross. But yeah, but I am up to a part in the book now where Snow has escaped the castle. I'm just trying to think of how to describe it. So she knows that in her kingdom, because she has seen them on multiple occasions and also met some of them, that there are what she calls lurkers in her kingdom, right? So in the village that just below the castle. And the lurkers are actually vampires. They are vampires. And so she calls them lurkers because they kind of lurk in the shadows in hooded, like kind of like monks' hoods, and they keep their faces hidden and all that type of thing. And there's 7 of them. So hence the title, 7 Sins of Snow. This is where it gets really interesting though. So instead of like the 7 dwarfs, she has 7 vampires basically. Now, one of the vampires has come for her at the castle, and she, like, one of the vampires is trying to convince the queen to basically let him marry her and take Snow off the queen's hands, because he is trying to rescue her. However, the queen does not let that happen and kicks him out of the castle. She doesn't realize that he's a vampire. And she rescinds his invitation and bans him from the castle. She doesn't realize that that's what happens when she said, you're banned from my castle type of thing. He gets kicked out, right? And then to punish Snow, because she had met this vampire, before, on one of the times that she had escaped, she decides to get all of the servants and guards, and her as well, like the evil queen, to punish her by beating her and kicking her and like cutting her, and the evil queen's using her magic to choke her, and so she gets beaten to almost to death, like to an inch of her life basically. And then one of the guards have come running in to say to the evil queen that her kingdom has been set alight and it's burning, like the orchards and everything are burning. So the evil queen decides to withdraw her magic and go take care of that. And when she does, all of the villagers come and rescue Snow and fight the guards and rescue her and take her back into the village and hand Snow over to one of these vampires. At the time, I don't think the villagers knew that they were vampires, but Snow does. Well, basically. And they take her into this bar in the village, which then leads to a secret passage that leads underground. And then underground there is 7 castles, one for each of the vampires, because it turns out that these vampires are 7 kings, and they are kings of the 7 sins. So they each have their own sins. So envy, pride, gluttony, like all that type of thing. So each vampire represents a sin, and they are basically offering Snow this opportunity to come and join them and be their queen. And to be her queen, though, she will be turned into a vampire. So she will be sacrificing her life, basically. But in return, each one of the kings will give some of their powers. So their powers are all linked to whatever sin they represent. And each one of them are going to give Snow part of their power. And so then she becomes the queen of like all the vampires, basically, so that way she can defeat the evil queen, because it's the only way, because both the vampires and the evil queen are centuries old. And this is kind of where I'm at too. Now, there is still a lot of sex going on. Now it is consensual between Snow and the 7 kings. But it's pretty graphically described, so there is that. But it's honestly interesting, the reading, because it's interesting reading about like the different kings and like what their sins and how their personalities and their own magics kind of represent based on whatever sin it is that they are. And it's actually kind of cool to read like that, like about that. So that's kind of really as far as I've gotten into the book so far. And I'll be honest, to begin with, even though I liked the book, there was a lot of brutality, and I wasn't sure if it was going to be something I continued on with, just because of the brutality of the book at the beginning. But I kept reading, and I'm really glad I did, because I'm actually really loving the book, and I think it's definitely worth a read, but you just have to go into it knowing that there is these things in there, because I did not know that when I went in, and I was really, I don't want to say shocked, but surprised, I guess, to the extent of like what happens and the details, like how it's described. So the author, which is escaping me right now, her name, but she honestly has written a really good book, and like her attention to detail in describing everything that happens is actually fantastic. It really is. It paints a picture for you, and it does really make you feel like the emotions, I guess, that Snow is feeling. Like you really feel like the desperation of her trying to like continue to live, to fight through all of the pain and the torture and the sadness and the anger she has. And you know, it like she's done an amazing job. Like she really has painted that picture. And also when Snow first visits the underground kingdom of the 7 kings, and the descriptions of like the castles and like the grounds that she's seeing and what the people look like and everything like that is also super descriptive. And it's just it's well written, in my opinion. I really enjoyed it, and to be honest with you, I do love a good vampire book. I love vampire books. But yeah, so anyway, I am going to stop talking because I've been talking long enough about this one book. But I will update you again later. We'll see what I do. I do need to do some housework. I just finished editing 2 videos. I'm uploading my yarn haul right now, so by the time this vlog goes live, that yarn haul is already up. And I've just done the dishes. I vacuumed the kitchen. Well, I didn't. My Roomba vacuum did. I've wiped down all the benches. I'm going to go now into my office and my fiance and I share an office. It's a really large room. And it's in like this weird sort of L shape. So I have the bigger part of the room. He has a small part. I used to have the small part, but I moved over to the bigger side. And we have been really lazy because we often drink and eat up in our office. And I haven't taken down the dishes from yesterday and last night from the office. So I need to go do that. I need to take out all the rubbish. And I really need to sort out the office because I've lived in this house now for 5 years, and the office, like the room that we use for the office, I used to only use half of the room, and then the other half of the room we used to use as storage. So there are like, we had lots and lots of boxes because the house that I lived in before this one was a house, and I've moved into a townhouse, so it's smaller. And I have a lot of stuff. But we have like tons of boxes in the second room, and I have condensed it down by half because I use, like, let's say half of the room was literally just boxes and bags and things that I am storing because I'm keeping. And then I went through a lot of the stuff and I halved that down and got rid of half of what was in that room. And then now I still have the rest left. I'm still trying to like go through that because I want it all gone. But I just hate doing it. I hate with a passion cleaning and sorting through things. I hate it, hate it, hate it. I do not like housework. But I really need to get onto it because I want to be able to access my bookcase properly because I've got a lot of stuff in the way of me accessing like lower shelves on one of my bookcases. So I need to get onto that and start organizing stuff and just stop procrastinating and just do it. But anyway, guys, I am going to update you later. So yeah, I'll see you guys there. Bye. Hey guys, so it is the 9th of August already, isn't it crazy? And it's Sunday. It's about 3:15 in the afternoon. I finished work at 1:30 today, and I didn't get home until about 2:10, so I've been home for a little bit. But I just wanted to give you an update on some reading. I managed to get my hands on the new Midnight Sun book by Stephanie Meyer. So this is the newest Twilight book. I know not everyone likes Twilight, but I do. I really enjoy the Twilight books, and I am seriously so excited for this book. Look how thick this book is, though. It's like 756 pages of just like amazingness. And I managed to pick this book up from Kmart the day after it was released for $16, which was Kmart and Amazon were the two cheapest places here in Australia anyway that I found that sold this book. So I managed to get that. And I have been reading it already. I'm like 52 pages in. I need to find a bookmark though because I'm using the receipt at the moment. But I'm 52 pages in and I'm really, really enjoying this book so far. It's definitely really cool to kind of learn different little facets of like Edward's life, because like when you're reading the first book, obviously you're reading it from Bella's perspective, and when she sees and hears or like him doing things or whatever, you're seeing it from her eyes, whereas this here is really cool because you get to see what he's thinking and feeling and going through and everything in that moment of like what's happening. And I am really, really enjoying this, you guys. It's I'm home by myself at the moment. Like my fiance's at work. He finishes at 5, and I want to start dinner at 4:30, so it's half done by the time he gets home. So I am going to set myself an alarm and read until 4:30. I did also get myself a snack. I don't know if this is in other parts of the world, but here in Australia is these Cadbury Twirls, and this is the caramel one. This is my favorite, you guys. And when my fiance came home on his lunch break, he brought this home for me as a treat. He's so sweet. And then I just have water in my water bottle. My water bottle's looking so loved. The paint is starting to peel off the bottle because I do use it a lot. Like, I use this every single day. And I just have icy cold water in here, and I love this water bottle. It's the Sistema one because it keeps my drinks icy cold for up to 12 hours because I don't drink hot drinks. Well, that's a lie. I drink like hot chocolate and coffees and things like that, but they're meant to be hot, whereas everything else has to be icy cold. So I love this drink bottle. So I'm just got like plain water in here because I really do need to drink some more water. And I am going to read, and it's actually a really lovely day today, you guys. It's two and a half weeks until the end of winter, which I'm sad that winter's coming to an end, but the weather is just so beautiful. It's like I'm looking out my windows here in my bedroom, and well, it's actually not windows. I have one wall is just all glass sliding doors, and I can see out there, and it's just so beautiful outside. The sky is blue, and I can see the birds out there, and it's just mostly quiet. Like, there are some cars. There's always cars because I live on a main road, but it's fairly quiet for a Sunday anyway. And it's just so peaceful, and like the weather just feels nice outside. Like, it's not hot, it's not cold, it's just kind of like just perfect. So it's such a like beautiful day. So I am going to continue reading my book until 4:30, and then I'm going to start dinner and just, yeah. So anyway, guys, I'll update you later tonight. I am going to be watching some of my favorite TV shows tonight. I can't think of the name of the first one, but it's like people like turn unusual things into houses. And then the second show is Hometown. Hometown is like my all-time favorite show. I love that. I just wish Australia would hurry up and play the newer seasons, because so far they only play season 1 on repeat, which I love watching, but I've literally seen every episode of season 1. So I just wish they would hurry up and bring out the other seasons here, because like, I don't know, I think this is filming like season 5 now, something like that. But Hometown tonight, and then while I do that, I also crochet, and then in the ad breaks, I read my book. So I'm going to be reading my other book, which is Deck the Hallways. I haven't really got any further on that since the last time I updated you, because I just haven't. I really haven't. I spent this weekend mostly knitting and cleaning house. So yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm going to head off. I'm going to read, and I'll update you later. Bye. So today is Sunday the 16th, and I am on annual leave now, which is fantastic. And I haven't done any reading, but I wanted to show you, I got a new desk in my office. I'm so happy with this desk, and I wanted to show you what it looks like. So I am going to turn the camera around and show you. This is my new desk, you guys. It is an IKEA desk. It is the Alex, and I don't know about America and other countries, but here in Australia this is a new colorway. It's like I don't know if it comes up on the camera, but it's actually a really dark navy blue. It looks black through my viewfinder, but it's a dark navy blue, and it's huge, you guys, because that's my computer there. That's actually a TV I use as a computer screen. And so I have my computer area here, and then over this side I have like my crafting and planning area, and I have 2 drawers. And in this one I have all of my like current crafting projects, if you will. So I've got like Christmas stuff in here, I've got Thanksgiving, and I think I've got Halloween in there as well. So there's that, and then the drawer next to it is like my planner drawer. So you'll have to excuse my mess. I'm still in the process of cleaning my office. But I have my happy planner underneath. I have that one, and then I have my bullet journal for reading. I have a visual diary for when I paint and draw and stuff. I've got these little containers to try and help me organize some of my stuff. I got these containers actually from the Reject Shop here in Australia. It was about $8, and I come with 3 of the long ones, 3 of the small square ones, and then 2 like big ones, which I have in my cart. So I just keep some of my pens, highlighters and stuff in there. I've got some like paper clips, some of my progress keepers from when I'm knitting, and then I've got discs in there for my happy planner. So yeah, you guys, I am loving it. I'm just gonna like take a step back. I'll have to apologize because it's sunny as you can see, but like that's what it looks like. I'm so excited to have this desk. Like, you have no idea how easier things are going to be for me, and I'm just so excited. And hopefully this spot right here, hopefully I will be able to film here if I can. I have my candle going. I've got this one here. It's the vanilla frosting from Yankee Candle, and then I do have my melt warmer here. This has got pumpkin pie in it from Pumpkin Parcel Scents. But yeah, so I'm currently working on some stuff. I've got my planner here, my mini happy planner. This is one I use for YouTube, and that's what I'm working on at the moment. And hopefully it's 1:51 in the afternoon, so I'm hoping to get some reading done a little bit later. I have been busy doing some housework and that sort of thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna update you later, but I just really wanted to show you my new desk. I'm so excited, you guys. Anyway, I will update you later. Bye! Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update on my reading. I have finished The 7 Sins of Snow, and I actually ended up really enjoying the book. There is definitely, like I've said in previous vlogs and stuff, that there is definitely a lot of violence. There is sexual assault. There is a lot of graphic sex in there as well. Not all of the sex is just trying to think how to put it, like, Snow is sexually assaulted, but not via sex, if that makes sense. Like, but the sex that she has is consensual. If I don't know like how to explain it exactly, but so there is quite a lot of sex in this book. This is definitely not a book for the faint of heart. There is also multiple partners in this book as well, because Snow does have sex with the 7 vampire kings, and the 7 vampire kings each represent like a sin, so like the 7 sins, and she does have sex with all of them. They do become kind of like I guess you could say in a relationship, because they do seem to all, like, not seem to, they do all love each other in this book. So there is that. So if that's not kind of like the book that you're into, then I would not recommend this book for you. But if you don't mind reading about that stuff, this is definitely, I think, a really, really interesting take on a retelling of Snow White's story. And I really enjoyed it, you guys. If you can get past the, you know, not so great aspects, and I don't mean that like the book is bad, it's just like there's bad things that happen in the book that obviously I don't agree with. So if you can get past that, I really do think that it is a really, really good book. Sorry, I can hear noises outside. I'm not sure what the noises are. I think it's a kid screaming. I can't tell. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, so like, you know, there's that. And I am now officially on annual leave. Like I think I mentioned earlier in the vlog, I am on annual leave now, which is great. So I do have quite a bit of time to to read. So I am going to try my hardest to do a lot more reading while I'm at home. So if you're not in Australia, then, you know, I know other countries are different with their restrictions and stuff with COVID at the moment. Like I know there are plenty of other countries that do allow international flying and things like that. I think France and the UK is like one of them, like one of like, well, two of the places, like countries that are allowing international flights in and out of their country. Ours does not. So Australia doesn't have international flights for pleasure basically. So like you can't go on holidays and stuff internationally. Our international flights that come in and out of our country are purely for things like mail, so packages and stuff that are being sent to and from our country. Any of the products that we import, that type of thing. So we don't do international flying here at the moment. Please do excuse me, I have super runny nose. I just deep cleaned my carpet and dust and stuff, you know, and I have allergies, so enjoy. But so yeah, so we can't really go anywhere. I do have a month off, and Queensland, which is the state that I live in, has shut its borders to Victoria and to New South Wales. So I do normally go to the Gold Coast. Now the Gold Coast is in Queensland, but part of the Gold Coast that I go to is actually over the border and in New South Wales. So unfortunately I can't go there this year. I normally go there every year, but I can't do that this time. So this annual leave this year is going to be a lot different than what it normally is. We're basically staying at home mostly and then doing little day trips of things here and there. So I hope that I don't procrastinate like a bunch and I do get a ton of reading now. However, back to the actual reading, I am reading Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer. So this is the newest Twilight book. I still don't know why I have not put a bookmark in here. I'm literally using the receipt from Kmart. So I'm reading this, and to be honest, you guys, I am actually really enjoying this. I know Twilight is not for everyone, but I do really like Twilight, and I really enjoy seeing Edward's perspective of like everything that happened, the way he feels, his thought processes on the reasons why he does what he does, you know, that type of thing. And it's actually really intriguing. So I've been really enjoying this. And then I still haven't finished this one yet, but I am really enjoying it. I haven't finished it because I have just procrastinated a lot and haven't read it basically. Not because I, you know, don't enjoy it or anything like that. It's just purely because I'm lazy, y'all. So yeah, so I really want to finish this. I only have about 47 pages left, so I am going to try and finish that this week, and I've got like 555 pages left of this one, so I've still got a lot of reading to do. So anyway guys, I just wanted to wrap things up here, and so that I am able to edit the vlog. And I don't know if I said this in my previous vlog, but I am not going to force myself to vlog every day. So my vlogs may span a week, they may span 2 weeks, and they most likely won't be like every single day. It'll just be whatever clips I film will be put into either a week span or a 2 week span, because I sometimes don't read every day, or I don't have something happening every day. And my vlogs aren't exactly like true vlogs or true reading vlogs either. Like I don't go out a lot of places, A, because I don't drive, and B, because I just don't go a lot of places. And I'm also not super comfortable filming in public either. And I know a lot of places are fine with you filming, but also a lot of places I know in my area are also not fine with it. So, you know, so there are definitely going to be some random clips in there. I'm just going to forewarn you. But yeah, so anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to wrap this up, and then I will see you later in the next vlog. Bye guys!